Hey everybody, this is Chris and the Autel Evo Nano Plus, the most interesting drone in the world. It definitely does not, what's the word I'm looking for? It never fails to surprise me. I did another range flight. I went out for some leisure flying with my son-in-law and to let him fly the Mini 2 for the first time. He's never flown drones, but decided let's go ahead and do another range test with this one. And some people made comments about me not flying low enough. There, lots of different comments as to why that flew as poorly as it did that day. What it boils down to, I think, with this quad is it is just not a wind flyer at all, and I'm talking small winds. So on this day, I virtually had no wind. It flew perfect. I did no calibrations between that other range flight to this one. I've done absolutely no calibrations whatsoever, no changes at all. The only thing I did was just fly lower as far as I could until my signal started dropping, and then I brought it up when necessary. But it flew perfect. And it had nothing to do with my height or anything like that, because you got to be there to understand it. It doesn't matter if you're low or if you're high, you're going to get some crazy wind. A lot of times when you're down low, the way that wind comes down off those mountains or hills, it's actually windier down below than it is up top. It's more of a steady type of wind up top, where down below it's coming at different angles, and it really can make you go nuts. So this quad is just a fair weather flyer. It cannot handle a medium wind whatsoever. If you compare this to several other mini drones, when you get the wind at a medium rate, this one will drop down in speed more than any of them. It's an issue they probably will never work out. So with this quad, if you like to fly around in your backyard or garden, or just keeping it extremely close, flying around in your little park, stuff like that, this is a good drone. The camera is freaking amazing on it. It's just the rest, it just is not the type of drone to go out and fly in the areas that I fly in. So for this range flight, you're going to see something happen, and that's a battery failure. At least it looks like a battery failure. I don't know. I've never seen the battery deplete so fast, so quickly on this quad, but that was what happened. So it's a quick, easy watch. The whole thing, I've got it down to like 10 minutes max, and everything's fast forwarded, and then we get to the actual excitement where I had to turn that flight into a search and recovery. It wasn't a hard search and recovery, but nevertheless, I had to land 1.5 miles out and then go and find my quad. Just want to point out some of the comments. One of them was crazy. I made a comment about it never charging up to 100%. And I know LiPo batteries don't always go exactly 100%. If I see any of my LiPos on any of my quads top off and then show me like 96%, 98%, that's fine. That's normal. If they ever say 100%, then it generally, as soon as you start up, it drops down, 1% or 2. If I could get that every time out of these batteries, that would be fine. But here's the problem with these batteries, and I'm not the only one. You'll charge your batteries. Now these aren't all, I didn't charge these yet, but you'll get a full battery when it's all done. And then over here you'll get, this one's not full, but you'll get a full battery over here. And then it'll stop charging. And this one here will never be charged at all. So that's been the norm that I find with it. This one will charge, and it'll stop right here and not charge this one at all. I unplug the cable, plug it back in, and then this one will charge. Plug them into the quad. I might have 95% on one of them. It varies, but on this day, and that's fine, but on this day it dropped incredibly quick. So here is the culprit. This battery is the culprit of this flight. So I have not charged it up since and taken it out and flown, but this battery is going to get marked and I'm going to pay close attention to how it performs and just see if that was some sort of weird bug or something that happened. I don't know what happened there. I've never had that battery drop as quickly as it did. I was fine all the way out there. I had a percentage I was happy with to get back on a little bit of a nail biter, but it went down real fast and things went to crap after that. So just wanted to point that out because one of the comments gave me this whole battery science and everything and stacking books on top of this and all that just to get it to charge right, and it was a little bit kooky. But I wanted to address that issue and physically show you exactly what my charger does. And like I said, it happens to it's the exact same characteristics of other people that I talk to that have this quad. So from here, enjoy the flight and the search and recovery, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, so doing a final attempt on a range test with the Autel Evo Nano Plus, and gonna try to line up and keep it straight here, and hopefully this thing flies straight this time. We don't have the crabbing issues. And here I'll put the weather conditions up on the screen. We have less wind today than I had on that last flight. Didn't do anything special with the camera. It's set in manual, but I didn't set anything, just left it the way it was. No filter on the camera. And we're running 9.1 meters a second with the wind blowing kind of at us, but off to the side. It's blowing in on us. So going off of my lesson yesterday, I did better in ludicrous mode, so that's what we're going to do now. Here I'm going to go back into standard mode and see if we can save a little battery and get out there a little further, even though it'll take us a little slower. I'm going to raise it up to gain my signal, bring it higher in altitude. And 51% battery. It wants to return to home. Don't want to let it. 5,000 meters. It keeps trying to return to home. And we're gonna go a little bit more. We'll try to get like 5,500 meters out of it. 49% battery. $47. We're hitting my limit. We're gonna make it to 55. So we are 5,500 meters, and we are going to turn around and just start bringing it back. And I think since I'm lined up here, I am going to hit return to home and let it do its thing. And it's coming back about 10 meters a second, 40% battery. This one's going to be a little bit close. Alright, so canceling return to home here, and let's start bringing it down in altitude. Our speed was doing perfectly fine on return to home, but I'm going to just bring it down to be safe. And fly her back. We are at 23% battery. That's definitely not where I want to be. 3,500 meters approaching. So by not recording, saved a little bit of battery, but on the return here, it's a little going to be a nail biter. I got a little distance greedy, I think. We're 80 meters. I'm going to bring it down to about 60. I think 60 clears those trees just fine. Yeah, we're not going to make it back. 18% battery. I will not make it back. That only gives me really 10% before I have to start fighting it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go find an emergency landing. And one of my commenters, subscribers, said that my last flight was a nail biter, and I gave him this exact scenario, and now it's actually happening. So we're going to have to go somewhere and land this, and I'm going to pick the park and just hope nobody's there and we can go get it. Okay, we're right over it, and just need to pick a spot where hopefully nobody will see it, and hopefully it's open and I can get in there. But let's take a little look around here. Try to pick a spot that looks like I can get away with a landing. Man, it's dark, I can't see. 11%, it's gonna force me to land here in a minute. This battery went quick, I think. I mean, it just started draining fast. I think that spot over there, tennis courts maybe. Don't think anybody's there even today playing, so hopefully we can get in there. We might have to hop a fence and break the law. What is that? Soccer? I can't even see. Back up, let's lower. It's forcing us to land. And we're in a perfect spot.
Pull up, pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up, pull up.
All right, so let's go get this bad boy and find my drone.
Still had 2,500 meters to go.
Okay, everybody, you've met the son-in-law before, but this is Mike, and you saw the flight where that was not planned. I promise that was not planned. I did get distance greedy, and I did tell one of my subscribers that I might do this for a nail biter for him in the future, but I really was not planning to do this today because number one, landing in this park, typically I think it's closed this time of year, but we just got through the gate, so we're good there. Let's go up this way. I feel like somebody should be coming up to us and running us off, but nobody's here.
I'm going to fuck up that one.
I feel like it would be up that hill. We'll grab the camera and we'll run up there. Yeah, because I remember seeing those. Oh no, I think this is it.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, right. I picked a good spot. So as long as there's a gate in there, let's pull off in the grass here. And we'll try to do this real quick before we tick anybody off. Careful, it sounds like it's a little muddy. All right, I'll take the controller with us and we'll take you guys along for the ride here. I would say this might be like a grass, like hockey of some sort or something. I don't know. Where do you go in at? There she is. Oh, my own little landing pad. How do you get in this place? This is really strange how there's not a door. Is this a door right here? Yeah, here, there you go. You don't have to. It's got a fancy little wooden handle thing there. All right, let's get that drone. And obviously it's powered off because we're not reconnecting. It lost all its power. Hopefully that battery's not trash. But there she is. Nicely landed. See what the battery says. 1 light, so it's going to be chargeable. All right, let's turn off and I'll meet you back at the car. Unfortunately, I have that little spot. I've never been there, never driven there. I was lucky the gate was open. Met one of the owners or the people that run it. It's a Christian camp where kids go there for 2 weeks out of the 2 weeks at a time in the summer. Like I said, Christian organization, super nice guy, very understanding why I was trespassing on this property, and actually told me he lost a drone in the water here. So really nice guy. That's pretty much it for this video. So I promise you that was not planned. Mike, you know I wasn't planning that, right?
Nope.
Like, so I mean, the goal was not to have to be in front of my son-in-law and fail on my flight.
Made it more interesting though.
I wanted to show off to my son-in-law and I completely failed. So, but I hope I impressed you on my landing ability with that in my landing zone of that circle.
Very impressive.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and if you're new to my channel and like this kind of content, I'll deliver. Hit that subscribe and hit that bell for future notifications, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.